The Night Before Christmas by my old friend Clement C. Moore. This was written in 1822. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hope that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of a new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and a tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up on the housetop, the coursers they flew, with sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump. I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, that's a rough way to travel. My goodness, that's a rough way to travel. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Oh, there is a little fellow. Oh, he is such a nice young man.
Oh my goodness, yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Grayson. Grayson Dean. I love your little dog. Your little dog is so cute. Yeah. Did you know that Fox talks to my reindeer? He does. When you're asleep and he's curled up in the bed asleep with you, sometimes my reindeer come to the window and he'll get up and he'll talk to them and let my reindeer know if you've been a good boy or not. So you've always got to be a good boy, because Fox tells my reindeer. My reindeer go all over the world at night sometimes just checking on the children. You know, for someone, if you don't have a elf on the shelf, then the reindeer come to your house and talk to your pets. Anyway, they said you've been a pretty good boy, and that's so nice to hear. So you make sure you give Fox an extra treat every now and then, because old Fox has been taking care of you. He's been telling my reindeer that you're being a good boy. Now, the reindeer have told me that you want a trampoline for Christmas. A trampoline. Do you know how big a trampoline is? Do you know how small my sleigh is? Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'll try. I'm not going to promise, because that thing is big and it's heavy. But we're going to try to fit it in the sleigh, okay? We're going to try to. If I can't, I have to bring you something else, all right? But the one thing you're going to have to do, if you want Santa Claus to do something for you, you've got to do something for Santa Claus. There's two things. Number one, I have already gotten so fat. The reindeer have told me that if I eat one more cookie, if I drink one more cup of milk, they're not going to pull me in the sleigh no more, because I've done got too fat. So Grayson, I'm going to need you to get with your mama and cut up a carrot into 9 pieces. For Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen and Rudolph. Okay? Cut a carrot into 9 pieces and leave that for me instead of milk and cookies. And that way I'll give the carrot to my reindeer, okay? And there's only one other thing now. My reindeer and Fox, they both be saying that you don't like to go to bed. And I got to tell you, Grayson, you've got to go to bed. If you don't go to bed, if I fly over your house to bring you toys, and I look down and I see that you're not in bed yet, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to have to keep going, because that puts you on the naughty list. You always want to be on the nice list, okay? So make sure when your mama tells you to go to bed, that you go right on to bed, okay? Make sure you help keep the room clean. Make sure your bedroom's all picked up nice and clean, because if I see you've got a bunch of toys in the floor, then I'll figure you don't need any more, okay? So, you be a good boy. Leave a carrot cut in 9 pieces for Santa Claus's reindeer. Do what your mama tells you to do. Make sure you behave. And old Santa Claus will come see you, okay? Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.